What is up, everybody? Let's talk about Ghost Recon Wildlands. Most of you know that I was playing this weekend, even with the weirdness of all the other things going on. But after playing the beta this weekend, these are my thoughts on Ghost Recon Wildlands. First off, it's not the Division. Division is more of an RPG looter shooter. You all know that. As where Wildlands is more of an open world, tactical, play-oriented game. It's got that feel of the Watch Dogs, but more realistic. You've got grand areas in this thing. There's so much. It's so gorgeous to go around with that stuff. But both games can exist without destroying the other, and I really like this. This will have the player bases that might mingle, but you're going to have fans that are going to be gravitating towards one or the other, first and foremost of that. But yeah, I wanted to get that out of the way, that this is not the Division. It's a shooter, but it's not a looter shooter. And people are going to, there's going to be people that are going to stick to one or the other. Just remember that. Just remember that, please, please, please. So let's talk about the things I like the most out of Ghost Recon Wildlands beta. So, the character customization is awesome. And they can always add more. Plus, you can change it up whenever, so you're not locked in. This was a complaint that I had when I played Division. The only thing that you could really change up was your cosmetics and stuff. You couldn't change the way your character looked. Maybe they'll get to that eventually. I think they've said at some point they want to do that. But right now, this Ghost Recon Wildlands allows us to go and do the change-ups on the fly, so you can look more tactical. If you want to look more goofy, you can do that. It's great. It gives you all that flexibility. It lets you have that immersion and that investment into your character, but if you don't like it one day, you're like, man, I just want to wear a cowboy hat, you can go and wear a cowboy hat. Weapon customization is awesome. It's awesome with the gunsmith. When the game goes live and we have our specialized groups, you're going to have way more immersion happening and more fun. You're going to have people that are specialized snipers, or if you all have, LMGs and you just want to go in there guns blazing, you can do that too. Or shotguns, and you're going to have all these different options for things to do. Which, oh man, I really look forward to that. And you can specialize it more. I saw some things were a little limited for right now, but with the framework in there, they can add more and, go from there. But I really enjoyed the customization for both the characters and the weapons. The area was huge. It was a Takwa for the area that we had in closed beta. You do need vehicles or fast traveling to get around. It is, I'm not sure the square mileage, but I know from end to end, when I was looking at it, it was like 4.5 kilometers from end to end on one of the larger areas. But yeah, that's giving, and that's just one of, I think there's 7 more. There's 7 more areas in that will be in the launch, and then who knows if there's going to be more than that if they sneak in some extras. That'd be sweet. Drones are so much fun. I really like that stealth aspect. I'm not a big stealth player. I'd like doing my run and gun, but with the drone and scouting it out, you have this intel, you have your toys, and it gives you that cool feel of like, I know, I'm there. They don't know I'm there, and you've got the drone flying around and doing those things. It's really fun with the drone. Plus, the upgrades on the drone, they're gonna make it even better. The noisemaker and some of those other ones are gonna be great. The EMP will be really fun for the generators, but you have those nice little skill trees to change that stuff up. Sync shot for when you're playing solo play. Upgraded sync shot where you've actually got all 3 of your squad AI taking those shots. That's super satisfying. That gives you that immersive feel of we're tactical badasses. It really does. It's just when you just see all those bodies drop all at once, and then you're able to move. Like, okay, we're moving in. Okay, target's down. But yeah, those are some of the things that I really liked out of there. Things I didn't like so much. First off, bullet drop. I'm not a huge fan of how much sniper shots have for bullet drop. I'd like to see slightly more velocity. That would round it out a little bit, but man, when you're on that much of a parabolic arc, I feel like that's it. The bullet travel time is super slow. But yeah, I feel like that's something that I would like to see tweaked just a tad. Maybe I'm off base, but the bullet drop pretty heavy. Ground vehicles feel clunky as hell. I feel like this may not be something they can go back and rework, but they just don't have that great feel. All the vehicles kind of, I like driving the motorcycles, the dirt bikes, man. Those are fun. I feel good on those. The other vehicles, not so much. Also, the fact that I can drive all of my vehicles up a hill whenever I feel like it. It's kind of weird. Led to some strange bread basket or bread box driving things. Those were interesting over the weekend. Not being able to drag bodies to safer spots. This, I feel, is kind of weird, and I almost wish that they would have had this. But on the flip side, dead bodies despawn pretty fast, though. So there's that. There's the despawning, but you can't drag them. So if you take that shot and they alert them, problem. But if you shoot them and they're around a corner, they're going to despawn, so it's not going to matter too much. I feel like AI was a bit underwhelming, even on Ghost difficulty. I want to see what's going to happen on launch, and also on the more difficult missions. But I feel like there's more that could have been done with the AI for flanking, calling in reinforcements quicker. Maybe that's something they can tweak on Ghost difficulty, but they can call in those reinforcements quicker. Because it's all just kind of... It felt it felt the same, and they could kind of pop me one or two more times. But I did like Ghost difficulty. It did let you know real quick if you just went in guns blazing and you were not playing very tactically, it punishes you really quick. But I also feel like if you're just taking your time, you can kind of not. I don't want to say exploit the AI, but you can definitely abuse their reactions to things, because they do a lot of similar things that they do on all of the difficulties, and they don't do it any faster or slower. But their reaction time on zoning in on you is much quicker. I will say that on Ghost difficulty. But if you're playing tactically and you're able to kind of abuse their dumbness, you can get some good things going in there. Also, optimization. This needs to be a priority. I ran things at very high and saw some issues, but not a ton. Not on, like, it was beautiful. Like, I will say this game is beautiful no matter what. But I feel like optimization is going to be another thing. I know it's closed beta, so, optimization, I shouldn't even talk about that too much. The people I played with, they did have some issues, and they were talking about them over the weekend. I will say that I wasn't a big fan of the physics of the ghillie suits, though. That felt really awkward to me. That was a little awkward. But overall, I feel like this is a solid title. The framework they've laid out will allow for expansions to all aspects that are already awesome. You're going to have more weapons, more character customization, more areas, which means more missions and more skills. I also feel this game will do very well with a pretty solid amount of time invested for a full playthrough on launch at Elite and Ghost difficulties. Veteran, even though you'll probably have some stuff, I feel like that might be too easy, but I think at Elite and Ghost you're going to have some good playthrough time. And then we'll see what's going to happen with the rest of the content. But I'm looking forward for when they do open beta, which probably should be in a couple of weeks more than likely if they hold to how they do things normally. They'll have their open beta coming out. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing if they add in a couple extra things in open beta, or if we're going to get a taco again. If we do, I'm not going to be sad about that at all. We may have a couple of other things available to us. But anyways, everyone, hope you enjoyed it. Like, share, subscribe, do all those things. Throw down a comment if you got something down you wanted to add. But I love you, and I will see you all later. Bye-bye.